video is brought to you by PlayTracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, friend activity, and more. Lately, I've been pondering some of life's most difficult questions. Am I the person I want to be? What happens to our consciousness after we die? Do spiders have lungs? Just how much of my existence has been spent replaying From Software games? Luckily, PlayTracker is here to help us answer at least one of those questions, earn some free games, and potentially win $250. Step 1. Join Second Wind's PlayTracker Guild at the link below. Step 2. Play games recommended by the Second Wind staff to earn points. Step 3. Use those points to redeem a free game. Step 4. Profit. Like spiritually and monetarily. At the end of August, the person who has earned the most points will receive a $250 gift card to the game platform of their choice. Unite your gaming multiverse and be rewarded for it with PlayTracker today.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Firelink Podcast, episode number 120 for Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. Marty here, joined by Nick, Casey, and Eric. We are back with our main topic being kind of a second half of a conversation that we were having last week that ended up going pretty long, and we figured we'd cut the indie portion of it here. So if you tuned in last week, we talked about the kind of modern games that we saw as genuine game changers, games that changed games going forward. Last week, we mostly just talked about them historically and then in the AAA space, and we didn't get to touch on indies. And so we're going to talk about those indie games this week. I still got a bunch of your comments from the Patreon post last week about these games. So we're going to have a big old discussion on that, as well as a bunch of stuff we've been playing, watching. I saw Casey saw some trailers coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. The Sindago Comic-Con. That's where that Avatar trailer came from.
Yes. A lot of stuff has come, but that was the main thing I was interested in.
There was a 30-second Marvel's Wolverine trailer. I'm like, what do we releasing these 30-second trailers? Give me the thing. I want the thing.
Does that even count?
It shouldn't count, no. If it's under 30 seconds, you should go to jail. I don't know who was the you in that. Wolverine? Logan?
All the X-Men.
Trailers should never be longer than 30 seconds because they spoil everything.
Wow, that's a hot take. Nick,
disagrey.
How you doing? You got a hat? You got a mug?
I got a migraine. I got some water.
Okay, you are fully loaded. How's the house? House sold? House not sold?
Not yet. Had somebody though that had one showing today, and they took about an hour. And I texted my realtor and I said, if they're in the house for over an hour, that should just automatically bring an offer with it. And then posted that take on Blue Sky, and a game developer came in and said, now you understand why we're going after Steam's refund policy.
That's actually pretty good. I actually like that.
Like,
that's fun.
Yeah.
That is good stuff. Yeah, sometimes I'll spend a very long time in like choice paralysis of whether I should buy something. Honestly, I do that sometimes with like, what am I going to have for dinner? And I just sit there and I stare at a wall, and then it's like several hours later, I'm like, well, maybe I go to bed. Maybe I just go to bed.
I'll have sleep.
I literally did that yesterday. I'm like, what am I going to do for dinner yesterday? I looked at DoorDash for like an hour, and then I was like, I'm just going to go to fucking McDonald's.
Exactly. Easy peasy. And then, of course, we're also going to be chatting about, like I said, games we've been playing, including, I know, Nick, you've had some time in the Halo remaster, whatever we're calling it. That is out now in Fancy Boy Early Access, and then is going to be out in a couple days, I think Monday or Tuesday, I think, for everyone.
5 days.
Yeah, I think it's a 5-day early access, which is beefy. And I've got to play a little bit of Splatoon Raiders. Not very much, but enough to know whether I enjoy it or not. So I'll be able to tell you guys. Spoilers. I do.
Excited.
I enjoy it. Yeah. Casey, I didn't want to leave anyone there being like, oh, he might not like Splatoon. I just wanted you to know I like this game. I like the squids, the salmonids, the seminoids. That's what they call the bad guys, salmonoids.
I don't know enough about the Splatoon.
I'm learning about our aquatic brethren. Casey, you got any fish? Do you know anything about fish? You like any fish?
I know anything about fish? No.
Sure. You don't have any fish facts?
Fish aren't real, I think, is a fact that has made its way around the internet, but that's all I got.
Didn't you guys have like a whole debate about amphibians versus lizards or something on Hot Monday Energy?
Probably, but like it's like a haze. Who knows what the hell's going on those streams?
It's a haze. It's just a real haze. I'm learning about a lot of these fish down in Fishman Village. You know about Fishman Village, Casey?
Oh yeah,
it's in a tunnel under the red line.
Yeah, you got
to the fishermen
past the archipelago, right?
Like we're at that archipelago. No. I'm at that archipelago.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that archipelago is going to take a while. Nick doesn't know what's going on. Nick doesn't know what the fucking
we're talking about One Piece for anybody who's lost in the sauce.
It's a bunch of islands. Casey, you doing well aside from not knowing anything about fish?
Yeah, doing okay. Lot of stuff is happening all over the place. So I'm trying to get not my affairs in order. That sounds like I'm dying. No, but I'm just trying to get my tasks aligned so that I can tackle what I need to tackle. There's a lot of games releasing, like small stuff, big stuff that I definitely want to check out, and there just isn't enough time and space. So that's my version of choice paralysis right there. It's like, oh, should I play more of this thing that I already started and really like, or should I go and jump into this thing that just came out that I have access to? And but it's fun. It's a good problem to have.
So I can always tell when you're on the account because you never uninstall any games, Casey.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
What hard drive you have? That shit's
when I see the Steam library up and like it combines mine and yours, and I see like 100 games on there, I instantly know it's you.
Yeah, because I'm pulling stuff in because I'm gonna get to it, and it all sits on my desktop so that I remember, because I see it. I'm like, yes, I want to get back to this, but then something else pops up, and I'm sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, we got there's a lot of Casey coded things coming soon. You said you were curious about that Splatoon Raiders that just came out.
Yeah, I'm
Beast of Reincarnation on the 4th. That's the Game Freak kind of action game with a critter. 2 days later, Marvel's Tokon, the fighting game. I think that same week that Agent 64 comes out, which is like the indie GoldenEye / Perfect Dark month.
Yeah,
that's a lot of Casey
to my childhood to see what that game's about.
Yeah, incredible. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone in YouTube. The way I said that sounded like we were just wrapping up the show, which honestly,
yep, we done.
Do you think we can get away with it? I don't think we
brought up food.
We need like 10 or 11 more super chats, and then
exactly. But yeah, speaking of those, thank you guys so much for the super chats. We currently are goalless. We're trying to lock down exactly what our goal is, and like we mentioned yesterday,
our goal
the money that's in there is go. I mean, yeah, that's always a good goal, but it's nice to give them something along with it, like tomorrow's Stardew Valley Bingo. Remember, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Stardew Valley Bingo. Jess versus Jenna, with Casey producing. You guys funded that. We're very excited for that. Bingo round 2 tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central. But before we jump into our main topic, let's go over some of those super chats. Mopman with a $10 dono. Thank you so much, Mopman. Oh, wow. You know what? Never mind. Sorry, Mopman. I'm going to wait because yours is directly into the topic. It'd be weird to do Mopman's and then get into the topic. I could do snakes with €2 dono. Has Nick packed yet? That's all we want to know. Every fucking week, Nick. Every week, I'm trying to make your life easier. Just trying.
Get the 5th.
This is how you know you're wrong, because you're just giggling and you're not saying anything. Like, you know you're wrong. I get it though. It's easy. Do as I say, not as I. It's easy. It's easy to say one thing. It's hard to do another thing.
My dad is coming this weekend, so I gave him and his wife the goal of packing my kitchen closet for me.
Are you allowed to just do that, to give other people those goals? I guess parents kind of have to like.
They're retired. They got nothing better to do.
I mean, I could think of a lot of better things to do. If I was retired, wouldn't fucking see me. That's for sure. And then Hawkbird Tree. Thank you so much. Hawkbird Tree, a $10 dono. Just said, love you all. Thank you, Hawkbird Tree.
Love you too, Hawkbird Tree.
Love you too, Hawkbird Tree.
Stay hawking.
Stay hawking. You know what? Stay treeing. But yeah, let's jump into that topic we were talking about last week. The second half of that being, obviously, last week we were touching on stuff like your Overwatches, your Breath of the Wilds, Elden Ring, Witcher 3, Baldur's Gate 3, games that we think have already made an impact on the industry, good or bad. Remember, these could be an impact. Hitler was Times Man of the Century. Doesn't mean he was a good dude. In fact, I'm going to go on a limb. He's a bad dude. He's a real bad dude. He's a real
I think that
POS.
just makes Times bad by.
But no, but like again, it's like probably the most influential person, right?
Still,
Sure, you would prefer them to not give it to Hitler. Why am I defending this? What is happening?
I don't know how he got here.
Just
I don't even know how he got here.
Letting you dig your
That
hole
is
here.
way smarter. Christ on a cracker. But we wanted to have that same conversation, but for indie games, which we almost did not touch on last week. And I wanted to start with a couple probably easy ones, but ones from the Patreon. Filthy and Free Publishing, thank you so much. Said 10 years ago, Stardew Valley released, and now waves hand across of all of indie gaming. Look what it hath wrought. In my opinion, it would be tough. It's going to be tough to find one that I would agree with more. That Stardew Valley might be one of, if not the most impactful indie game of the last 10 years, with the caveat that it is about to age out of that 10-year thing. Obviously not certainly not the first cozy / farming sim. A lot of it modeled after a little bit of Harvest Moon and a little bit of The Sims. But it kind of codified modern cozy farming sims, which has become a massive fucking genre. Like every showcase we cover has one of them. They are attached to major IP. We got a Pokemon game that feels like that. We got a Lord of the Rings game that feels like that.
Disney released their
Disney
own
has
take on it.
Absolutely. Literally the biggest IPs in the world. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think Stardew Valley would be the number one, or do you have would you have a kind of counterpoint to that?
Yeah,
Personally?
I mean, yeah, I don't know how many you have. Like, we have a lot of farming sims, but Stardew Valley is a bit more than that. With it's all its relationship stuff and everything like that. I don't think a ton of games have like nailed it as well as Stardew Valley has. I think there's a lot that are starting to try. But yeah, I mean, like, as far as kind of the game that a lot of indie devs go to start with is kind of a Stardew Valley, like crafting, farming, cozy.
Casey, I feel like you were going to disagree.
Like it for me personally, I couldn't put it as the most influential, although that may very well be the case, just in terms of the influence it has had and has wrought. Like, personally, I don't think the word cozy was a thing, even though we had, farming sims and dating sims, whatever. Like, the cozy genre as it exists today wasn't a thing until this.
No one ever described PS3 games as cozy. Like, retroactively, people will do that, but no one was ever like, Journey is a cozy, like, no one ever used that.
Viva Pinata could have been it.
Yeah.
Could have started it.
So my thing is
Microsoft. Bad motherfuckers.
So my thing is, I'm not sure what exactly it is about Stardew Valley that nailed it so much. Like, I agree that it nailed it and it took off and everyone and their mama started doing what it was doing. But it, like you mentioned, that sort of did exist before in some version. I'm not part of that genre enough to know exactly what the formula is. Like, what is that secret sauce that kind of sparked this?
Yeah, I don't think Stardew Valley like changed it because, The Sims and Animal Crossing and all that was kind of a thing, obviously, before. I think it opened up the genre to indie devs trying it. Because we didn't really get a whole lot from indie devs in that realm before Stardew Valley that I recall. I mean, there might have been, but I think a lot of those kind of ended up. Actually, I would think that a lot of those kind of farming sims were actually more mobile games.
Yeah, there was
I mean, we had those like
Facebook had that.
Farmvilles.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And that was like a
Yeah.
big
What was that-
deal
what was that
whenever that
called?
launched.
Farmville.
Farmville, yeah.
Yeah, the Zynga
people flock to that
games
stuff.
and the I
Mhm.
mean, speaking of flock, little Angry Birds, but those felt different. Those felt like they were like made to be like somewhat predatory,
No, they
time
were.
consumers.
Yeah, time wasters. Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
mobile game is a predatory.
Yeah, I think Stardew did a couple things. One, it is a prime example of a game that has been continually updated over the course of a decade. Like literally, new updates are still coming out for Stardew Valley.
Concerned 8 built the games as a service model. What a bastard!
Mhm. Yeah, he built the games as a service model. But it also is one of those things that very much feels like it is less the one thing Stardew Valley does, and the fact that it pieces a bunch of disparate things together. It pieces a game with sort of time management. Farming sims. It pieces a social simulator where you make friends and learn people's routines and find your farm waifu. It has a little bit of dungeon crawling in it. It has crafting in it. It has seasonal events. It has it has massive replayability. It has insane speedrunners and challenge runners like what we're doing tomorrow, that kind of thing. So I feel like it is it has so many of the individual elements that feel like they've also become kind of key parts of not only indie gaming, but a lot of AAA gaming as well. And when I say it's the most influential, like that is obviously that is just me pulling it out. And I don't even know if I believe it.
Hyperbole and
yeah.
It's definitely up there. Like it's very high on the list of indie games that fit this category that we're dealing with today. But like it is a bit of a blind spot for me. Like I watched my wife and son get hopelessly addicted to Stardew Valley because we did play it for a little bit while we were doing our wedding fundraiser. And my wife loves this game. Yeah. And like I will be next to her falling asleep because like I'm not getting hooked the same way she is. So I don't know. It's a blind spot for me.
Yeah. So what would be not necessarily the number one, but what would you say? What is an indie game that you feel like has a massive impact? If you had to think of one, you got one, Nick? Do you want to?
I've got a few actually.
Okay.
One of them, it's a little past the decade part, but I don't think it really.
Apparently, Stardew Valley was also technically past the decade because they said it came out in February. So
sure.
Yeah.
So my first one, I think a lot of people would point to like Gone Home or Firewatch, but I always point to Dear Esther as the thing that kicked off the walking simulator genre for indie games.
100%. Yeah.
That was made by the Chinese Room, and to this day is still like the game that kicked it all off, which I think a lot of people have forgotten. At least the newer generation of gamers, I would say.
Yeah, and it did, in my opinion, it expanded the definition of what a game could be. Sometimes in annoying things of when we're arguing, is it a game? Like that's the most boring shit. Like I'm not legislating that, but in an exciting way, in any medium that is aging, it is able to kind of kick the tires on it and be like, oh, okay, like what we think of as a movie or as an album or as a game is actually a little bit broader than that as more and different voices get in and start to doing different things. So yeah, completely agree with
that. And then the one I think actually has more of an impact than Stardew Valley, these just in terms of sheer volume of games, is Vampire Survivors.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's if you go on Steam every week, you'll find something inspired by it. Yeah.
Can we put that in the negative category though?
It could be.
Depending on how we feel about genres, a lot of these can be in the negative category, right? Because almost all of these games spawned imitators, and so if you don't like the thing, that's going to get annoying real quick, right?
The interesting thing is like Vampire Survivors isn't even the game that like blew up that genre. Really, well, it is for the volume of games, but there were games before it. Like I think Brotato was before Vampire Survivors, and there are games that were bullet hell, akin to that.
Yeah,
but I think the simplicity of Vampire Survivors like really blew it up for everybody.
Brotato, did that? You controlled the character in that though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Well, you
yeah.
control
The
the
only,
character in Vamp.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
when
so
you
the
move
only-
the character, you don't fire,
What do you
right?
mean?
Like
You
like
don't in
Vampire
Vampire
Survivors and these
Survivors,
other like Bullet Heavens, you kind of you put stats on the thing that you move, and then it like you don't really play the
think-
game. I feel like that game plays itself.
Well, no, you have to move. Like the movement
Yeah,
is,
but that's it.
Yeah, but that is a key
Yeah.
part of like not getting hit. But everything, yes, it is handling, firing off. I think the core thing of a difference between Bullet Heaven and Bullet Hell is in Bullet Hell you are actively trying to dodge everything, whereas in Bullet Heaven the game is just firing everything out, and you are
Yeah.
kind of controlling where your lawnmower goes.
Yeah. And then the last one is Phasmophobia, which really kicked off the friend slap genre as we know it today. A lot of people probably don't realize that, but like this game's been in development for so long. Solo developed game for the longest time. He's got a studio now, but Phasmophobia really kicked off the kind of just cooperative figure it out genre. I don't know what else to call it really. It led to everything that we have today, from Peak to any of these 4-player kind of work games, I would say.
Did you call it a
voice chat.
figure it out genre?
Figure it out genre, yeah.
Casey, you remember Figure It Out with Summer Sanders? You remember Summer
I
Sanders?
do.
Yeah,
That-
she was
that was a
she was
great-
important to
That was
me.
a great game show.
Real important to me.
What if Summer
Doctor-
Sanders married Mark Summers? She'd be called Summer Summers.
she consumed the summer fruit. Incredibly dumb.
Somebody in chat mentioned Among Us. I think Among Us. What social? I would tie Among Us more to social deduction kicking off, because like we had.
Yeah,
That was
popularized
Among
that for
Us.
sure. Yeah,
That's what I said.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's what Nick just said. Yeah,
What?
Yeah. No,
Like
I
it
felt like you were
popularized
trying to
social deduction
poo-poo.
as a-
I thought you were saying, oh, Among Us wasn't the important thing. Social deduction was.
No. It wasn't the first social deduction game because we had.
Well, none of these
What
games
was-
were the first of them, right?
No,
These are all just
well-
the ones who did it
Yeah.
the most. Yeah.
Yeah. Set the
found the right
design
window.
blueprint.
Mhm.
Yeah,
'Cause I
because I think,
think-
what's the other? What's the like Secret Hitler, and you had what werewolves? What's the Ubisoft?
Listen, I
name?
didn't bring up Hitler that time, guys.
Where,
What was the
Werewolves is the Ubisoft one.
Sure.
It's just called werewolves.
Werewolves Within is the name.
Within,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
Werewolves
But
Within.
yeah, like the way Among Us, popularized the social deduction genre was by adding in actual gameplay and not just sitting at a table and figuring out who's who.
Mhm. Yeah, and it was, I mean, alongside Animal Crossing, like the kind of early pandemic games that helped people who might not usually play multiplayer games or games where people connect with people, kinds of things.
Did you? This quick side tangent on Among Us. Did you know they just released a Paramount Plus show for it?
I do, yeah, with a really
It actually looks
yeah.
pretty good.
It's got a famous
Yeah.
voice cast.
Yeah,
It's got
hella-
very famous
crazy
people
voice
are
cast.
voicing the
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah. If I'm not
Kinda shocked to see
mistaken,
that.
Brian David Gilbert, was that his name? Brian David Gilbert? The guy who used to be at Polygon who makes a bunch of video essays people like. I believe he writes for the show.
Okay.
There you go. There's a story that I don't know if it's true. that story might be true, or I might have gotten some wires crossed.
It's okay to have your audience do the legwork sometimes.
I kind of like that. Listen,
Yeah.
it empowers you. You're all empowered. Welcome to the Empower Zone. Hades. What do we think about Hades?
It definitely popularized the roguelite genre in terms of story progression. Like I don't think any games were really doing that kind of story progression in roguelites before Hades.
Yeah, narrative wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
Yes, certainly
roguelites
wasn't the
definitely
first.
weren't new, but
Mhm.
the first one that really actually made an interesting narrative around it. And there's a few of them now that have like basically copied exactly what Hades done. Like there's a game called Realm of Ink that I know does it, and then there's like a King Arthur version of Hades as well. Forget what that one's called.
I might have to push back a bit on that
Uh-oh.
because like Hades is a big player in and of itself, but I don't feel like it popularized what it does for a big swath of other indies that followed. Like there are some who copied it, but like those are the few who could. For the most part, like the roguelike stuff has still remained, because I think I can't even remember what predates Hades in terms of like introducing the roguelike loop.
I mean, like Binding of Isaac.
Right, yeah, Binding of Isaac might be
built on. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So like I feel like that was much more prevalent than the story stuff that Hades added to that base formula. Like that, I still feel like that's mostly a Hades thing and not necessarily a indie games do this sort of thing.
Yeah, I think what Hades might have done, and honestly, what a lot of these games might do, if you boil it down, it might be like baby's first blank. And I don't mean that pejoratively, but I mean some of these games are going to be like, I don't like roguelikes. I fucking love Hades though. So it might be one of those, a lot of these games, I'm sure there's people who are like, oh, I don't really play farming games, but I like Stardew. Like the games are almost bigger than the sum of their parts, if that makes sense. Or it's the bigger than the sum of its genre, I guess.
Yeah, so like the elephant in the room I want to bring up, I feel like, is Hollow Knight.
Sure.
Which, yes, we've had Metroidvanias for years, from the big guys to the small guys. But Hollow Knight's success sparked like legitimate copycats and almost immediate copycats who were not hitting the same level, but who were producing like very quality iterations on that formula. And for whatever reason, they kind of just weren't paying attention to this genre or that kind of gameplay before that. Like puzzle platforming mixed with wide sprawling navigation, mixed with, tough combat scenarios and enemy variety, hand-drawn art, like all of these pieces that that Hollow Knight had in its package. Other folks immediately was like, I need one of these for myself. And I don't know if maybe it's because of how well it sold, but it could have also just been because they loved it so much. Like, oh, I really, really like what is here. I need to make this or my own version of this.
Yeah. And again, something built on the bones of your Metroidvanias, your Symphony of the Night, your Super Castlevania, or
right, and a little bit of Dark Souls.
Well, absolutely, the bonfire system. But then it also, I feel like, pulled some other stuff. It kind of has the badge system from Paper Mario in the what do they call them? Do they call them badges? Pins? Like the things that you have 10 points to equip, and some things take 2 points to equip, some things take 4 points to equip.
I'm completely blanking on what they're called.
Yeah, whatever they are. But that became something that you see in a lot of games now. You see benches, charms. Thank you, Tyrell. You see kind of benches as, and it does the Souls bonfire thing of you sit down on a bench, you regain your, whatever refillable health energy you might have, but the world resets around you. So those dudes you killed on the way here, you now have to kill again. When you die, you have to go to the spot where you died and try to get your currency back, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. No one's done it, in my opinion, better than Hollow Knight. You might disagree, Casey, right? You go to bat for, is it Nine Souls? That might be.
Yeah, I think Nine
Hollow
Souls. Nine Souls surpassed Hollow Knight, and then Silk Song, in my opinion, matched Nine Souls. So like those two games are sitting up here.
Yeah. Going back really quick, Juicy Jeff, going back to Vampire Survivors, Juicy Jeff in the Patreon said Vampire Survivors really helped to usher in the concept of quick dopamine fix games for all of those busy millennial parents and the attention spanless Gen Zers. Low barrier of entry and high replayability. Its impact goes beyond just creating the bullet heaven genre. That is interesting.
The only thing with that is like, I don't actually agree with that. I think like a lot of these games came from people that were making games on mobile, and then came to Steam.
There was like a similar mentality there.
Yeah, these types of games were on mobile for years of just pick up and play. I mean, that's what made people millions of dollars.
Yeah, that Simpsons tapped out. People like tapping. Remember Simpsons?
Yeah, that was a big deal too. Yeah,
it was started to make so much money that EA stopped putting it in their reports, because it's like, you're making how much money off of being extremely predatory with your monetization? Like, it was like a disgusting amount of money. Yeah, they literally to the point where like EA got embarrassed of how much money it was making. It was like, oh wait, we're not
someone's gonna come get us. We need to.
Someone's
we need to hide this.
Yeah.
Sixtopian in the chat mentions Flash games. The only difference there is, people couldn't really monetize Flash games besides the website holders.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually a good point. Ultras in the Patreon kind of opened another door and said, Amnesia: The Dark Descent felt like it revitalized proper horror single-handedly from the action horror rut that the industry was stuck in after Resi 4. It's not the single biggest game, but I'm impressed that it basically revived an entire genre. Again, that Amnesia is outside of the 10-year mark, but I do agree with that it feels like there's like a combo of Amnesia, Slender the Eight Pages, and Outlast. Yeah. That kind of ushered in a new era of indie horror that it feels like horror is kind of like the indie genre du jour. Like, look at Yahtzee Tries. Like, it feels like once every other week there's a horror game. It's probably one of the most represented genres on Yahtzee Tries. That also those games happened to arrive with the rise of streamers and Twitch and everything. Yeah. And obviously folks like PewDiePie and Markiplier, making their name playing these games. Again, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, that is up to you. Mm-hmm. We're just saying that, I think it's hard to argue with the importance of those.
There are good streamers and bad streamers, right?
Are we the good ones?
I hope so.
Are we the baddies? Oh, no. Are we the baddies? I wanted to go to some super chats as well because he's bring up some other games. Mopman, I got back to you, Mopman, with a $10 dono. Thank you so much. Said a bit outside the 10-year window, but Cookie Clicker from 2013 is quite influential in the indie space. It didn't solely develop the incremental, but it definitely did a whole lot to get it rolling. And that is something. Cookie Clicker was almost like a goof game that is now a part of those incremental games are fucking huge. There's incremental factory building games. There's incremental. This farm is hanging out on the bottom of your
the idle monitor. Games.
Yeah, those kinds of things. So again, a genre that we might not spend a lot of time playing, but is huge. Every Steam Next Fest, one of the biggest games is undoubtedly some sort of kind of incremental game. Yahtzee Tries just the other week, we played a digging game that was just that kind of thing where you're just digging a bunch and just to watch the number go up. I think people like looking at the number go up.
That feels like drugs to me.
Sure.
Like almost like I feel like I'm being very negative to some of the more simple kind of standouts on our list here. But that game in particular feels like you've taken the mechanics behind the actual game and sort of just laid it bare to kind of show your audience how weak they are almost. Like it's like an art piece in that sense where it's like there's nothing here but the number going up and look at how much you love it.
Yeah.
And but folks don't care. Like, yes, I love it. Fuck you. Give me more.
Yeah.
Like I
love those games for just falling asleep too. They are very relaxing.
It's like an existential thing to me. I feel like if I were to fall in with one of those games, it would mean that every other game that I've loved that has more to offer was a lie.
Yeah.
That's how I feel very often playing it. That's why I fall asleep to it, because I just don't have to think about it.
Has that Dr. Doug trio, do you think, wait, I've already asked this question. If all three of the Diglets in a Doug trio had to have gone to medical school to become Dr. Doug trio. So I'm not going to ask that question again. I also don't know how a Doug trio works. I don't know what's going on under there. But it said, is Balatro a number going up game? I think they're a part of the same tree. I think it's its own very distinct branch, but I think
it's a fusion,
Balatro,
right?
Yeah.
Numbers go up and it's roguelite. And then they put a theme on top, poker.
And it's got cards. People love cards. But yeah, it scratches a similar itch that people have of whether of almost breaking the rules of reality and of a game by having your number go up so much, which I think people like to see.
There's more to it than I like Balatro and even what was that one I did that existential video on the slot machine one.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I like the reason I love those types of games so much is the strategy involved with the relics that you collect as you play and unlock, and you mix and match, and Balatro has a lot more strategy than you think, because even like placing the relic cards in like the right spot can change the numbers that you get. So there's a lot more going on than just this number.
Oh no,
going
I
up in a
wasn't.
lot of these.
No, I wasn't. I mean, I don't care about Balatro, but I wasn't trying to.
How dare you? Yeah, Clover
I wasn't
does.
trying to. I have good taste. It's fine. I like good games.
No, you don't.
I wasn't trying to. No, I have an awful taste actually. I wasn't trying to put down Balatro, but I do think part of the appeal is when you're like, oh, I have a
numbers go up,
times 10 million multiplier.
Yeah, like I said, it is a fusion.
There's a genuine,
The
there's
core
a
of
genuine
it
satisfaction
is
just the number, go big.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the clicker stripped everything out, but like when you see something hit that big, then all of a sudden you can put stuff back in on top of that core, and then you get something else that can be big, but also has a bit more gameplay involved, like a Balatro,
It's the randomization that has made this genre explode, because just the constant new coming into it. But yeah, two other games that people have been mentioning. Well, one that I thought of, but the chat's been mentioning, Slay the Spire, that changed deck builders forever. There's no question about that. And then chat, you're gonna be the ones that correct me, but I think the survival game that really like exploded the genre was Ark Survival Evolved, or whatever, the dinosaur one.
Sure.
Rust is a survival game, but it's almost like a combination of survival and like extraction and raids. It's a lot more complicated than a game like Survival. I mean,
was DayZ before that?
DayZ, yeah, but that was survival, like not as complex as the rest of these survival games. Like it had survival elements, but it was I don't know what it is today because I haven't played it forever. But when I was playing it, like during the mod era, it was mostly focused on like scavenging, finding food, water, that kind of stuff. More like in a battle royale setting with zombies around.
Why do I want to find food and water in a game? I don't get that. What do I gotta find food and water in real life? What do I want to do that in a game for? That seems nuts.
It's a good point.
Yeah. Everybody's commenting Rust. I feel like Rust. I don't like up until recently. I don't think a lot of games have really copied Rust in the way that Rust does things. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Rust was just the first big survival game that I remember.
Yeah, like
back in IGN,
I'm trying to think. I don't think there was
new.
another one in the news that was.
I just remember
was survival.
I remember Rust just being too hardcore for a lot of people, or kind of casualized it for most.
There you go.
Same with DayZ, because DayZ came from Bohemia, which is who makes Arma.
It
was really hardcore.
Like Dota, it was a mod of a bigger, crunchier game. Going over some more super chats. Jomo Slomo, thank you so much. Minecraft is the pinnacle. People made people willing to buy unfinished games, introduced crafting both as an aesthetic and practical, inspired countless solo devs, being an example of possible success, etc. Again, a little outside the 10 years, but I mean, it's hard to argue Minecraft might be, might be the most influential game in the last 20 years. Like
another one, kind of like Hollow Knight, where no game has really done it better.
Not if you're Casey. Also, Pocopia is not better. No, Pocopia is very different than Minecraft.
But how long did that take to even make that argument?
Sure, yeah. And the only reason I make that argument is because I like Pokemon. Like, if I didn't like Pokemon, I would not make that argument. B. Smalley, thank you so much. A $2 dono. Blasphemous 1 and 2 created the Catholic guilt movement. I like that.
The Catholics did that.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that. Sonos the Hedgehog, thank you so much. $2 dono. Pal World has certainly changed Nintendo for the worst. What's Nintendo? What did Nintendo do this time?
They're filing all sorts of crazy, patent claims. And
I saw that one legendary whale. You might have to get sued for that. What are we doing here, Pal World? That's just the dude from Pokemon. Just make a different dude. I guess you can't trademark whales.
There's too many. Yeah, there's too many Pokemon. And some of Nintendo's Pokemon just look like animals.
So you can't trademark, like, that's just a dog. You can't trademark dogs.
It's a dog, but it's blue.
Yeah. Blue's Clues? Was he a Pokemon? Bluey?
Like,
Were they Pokemon?
Nintendo tried to sue Australia.
That is the same fucking dude. That is nuts. Like,
No,
look at
that
this.
one is teal.
Okay, that was teal. I'm sorry. You could steal as long as
he's got
teal.
antlers.
He's got antlers. I'm not biased in this argument at all. Me, Tyler, thank you so much. A $5 donor. Does Pal World count? It sells insanely well, and it certainly had an impact on Nintendo. But has it had impact? I know all the Nintendo goofs. Has anyone done? Like, no one's trying to do their own Pal World now, right? Like,
Not true. Not true.
Not true at all. Okay, tell me.
There are a lot of creature collector survival games in development now. There's one that's going to be huge. It's called Animo. It's about to enter closed beta and actually looks like a really good game compared to Pal World. But there's like Guardians of the Wild Sky. There's just so many of these creature collector ones that are coming now. I can't even keep track of them all anymore. Yeah, Pal World opened up the floodgates to everybody realizing, oh, we can make our creatures look like Pokemon, just not exactly like Pokemon. And they're like, okay.
I thought it was taking the creature collector genre and adding elements to it, because everyone was copying Pokemon forever, but refused to do anything that wasn't exactly what Nintendo had did before.
I will have thoughts on Pal World later in this podcast. But yes, I mean, to be fair, Ark Survival Evolved is a creature collecting game.
I had no idea.
It's I would say Pal World basically took Ark and mixed it with Pokemon, and then there you go.
It sounds like a really good idea, though. That sounds like an amazing idea.
40 million players later, yeah, I'd say so, huh?
Nailed it.
And now they're doing it.
Is anyone has like, I haven't seen, is Power 1.0 out?
Yeah, it is. I downloaded it days ago, so it's on my list of things.
Talking about it. Is it like, did it do big? Did it do big?
It's done very big. Yes.
Well done, Power World. You did big.
Million active players again.
Congrats, Power World. Hawkbird back, just $5 dono. Do a little Hawkbird. No comment, just a little Hawkboard. Scroll. El Rumpa with a $5 dono as well. Thank you, El Rumpa. And then Chef Eric, also with a $5 dono. What about a publisher having a profound impact? Does Devolver Digital fit in there? Any other publishers that would fit better? In terms of indie publishers, yeah, it's hard to argue. Devolver Digital and Annapurna, to me, are kind of the two big ones on like a 10-year time frame. You can then look at stuff like, is it called Outer Sloth? The publishing arm?
Yeah, the publishing arm for Inner Sloth.
Yeah, the Among Us devs, which I always think is really interesting that we always talk about this, but it's really cool to see a small team make a shit ton of money and then use that money to help fund other small incubation projects, which I think is very neat.
Yeah, a lot of those have popped up now.
Yeah. Are there any other kind of indie publishers that you would say?
Yeah, like indie.
To be mentioned.
Might be a stretch. I want to call out 505 games. Like, they have some higher profile stuff, but they also have some smaller stuff that has reviewed, or at least I have considered to be like very well done. Like, whoever they have doing curation and like green lighting, publishing talks, like, is very good at their job, because they have a catalog of like some legitimate like hits that are probably more AA than indie. But
what would those be?
They're Ghost Runner, right?
Mm.
They had I'm looking at their page right now. They had
first one, I believe.
Gunfire Reborn. Remember that Chinese co-op shooter that kind of took the world by storm for some reason?
Yeah. Rebellion or 505 has such a weird track record with their stuff, because sometimes they'll hit it big, and then they do post a lot of kind of stinkers though.
Damn.
I mean, it can't all be hits.
The biggest thing they're known for is the Sniper Elite publishing.
And I do like those games. I think those games are good.
Mm-hmm. I think I did
Atom Fall? Good.
Yes, that's Rebellion.
That's Rebellion. Yeah. Cool. Talk with $5 Ko-Fi dono. Thank you so much, Talk. What do you think of the kind of impact Journey had on the indie dev environment? Journey's an interesting one because Journey is indie with an asterisk because that game company was incubated inside of Sony Santa Monica, and Sony Santa Monica provided resources with them as well. Same thing with the Unfinished Swan, which that's not to take away from those games. I think Journey especially, there are a lot of games that I play now that are like kind of Journey likes, I would say, that you could tell are very much inspired by it. Also kind of along with Dark Souls, brought forward that kind of a feeling of like a single player game that has like a sort of anonymous float in, float out multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was this early enough to be one of the first to do we're going to have a small team within a big publisher do an indie prestige thing?
I couldn't think of one beforehand. Because like this, it felt kind of
like EA had its originals with a couple of the early ones,
with Fee or Fi and Unraveled.
Unraveled
the Yarn game. Yeah,
Ubisoft had like Child of Light and Valiant Hearts.
Sure, yeah, which felt like those were like 2 years after Journey. Journey feel like when it first showed off. Eric, you're saying Xbox published. They literally were making the games inside of Sony Santa Monica. I don't think Xbox had any of those teams inside of Xbox. I think those are two very different things to me. Between the Journey, those developers were shitting in the same toilet as the God of War Ascension developers. God of War Ascension.
That matters.
That matters. Where you shit important. Matters, guys. If you could take one thing away from this podcast, where you shit matters.
One game we didn't mention, but has had a massive impact, is Darkest Dungeon as well.
Sure.
So many games ape that style of two sets of characters on each side of the screen, and the different like roguelike dungeon or roguelike dungeon crawlers. Because so many of them used to be, the first person perspective of dungeon crawling, and then they turned it on its head and made it side scroll.
Mm-hmm. What are other what games have aped? Because I can't actually think of games that have aped Darkest Dungeon. Like what?
None that I can think of that like have really taken off like Darkest Dungeon did. I think that it hit a very specific.
Sure.
But if I have to take a few minutes to go through a Steam library, but I could find a ton of them.
But it seems like it's one of those, like some of these that are mentioned where it kind of kicked off or codified a genre, and then no one's really come for the crown yet. Which could be tough. Blistered Soul, thank you so much. £2 down. On Disco Elysium's interactive novel inspired a style. Yeah, kind of like, obviously built on the bones of the kind of D&D RPGs like your Baldur's Gate or your Planescape Torment, but I do think that kind of very much feeling like a small choose your own adventure book that you can replay multiple times. We're seeing it, with stuff just within the span of a month or two this year. We had Esoteric Ebb and Zero Spy Parade.
Oh, that game is one of those? I didn't realize.
That game is not only one of those, it is literally by Zaum. It is the same developer of, but, same developer with the caveat of all that.
Different folks.
Drama llama.
And they got laid off again.
Because everything's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Noel. Go ahead.
One other game that I just thought of, Power Wash Simulator.
Sure.
Basically. Like
the dad game popping off?
The dad game, I'll give it to Power Wash Simulator. I believe House Flipper was first.
But Power Wash is bigger, I think, right?
Power Wash is much bigger than House Flipper.
Yeah. And again, that is one of those things that like everyone has done now. It is like, we can also get big enough to where we can align ourselves with a big IP, and we can have Wash Final Fantasy and Wash Star Wars. I don't think you're washing Star Wars. I don't think that's how that works.
They just added a DLC for.
No, but you can't wash a Star Wars. You're washing like the Falcon.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nick Knoll, thank you so much for the dono. I'd like to suggest universal paper clips for the clicker game. It's interesting that in that I think it's the least amount of game possible that is still fun. I believe universal paper clips was also like, that was kind of like cookie clicker, right? Small thing grows into big thing. Number goes up.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this universal.
I remember this was. Oh, I remember back in that. This was like 15 years ago. I feel like maybe even more. But I think it was a big one at the time.
This could also be an offshoot of those clickers. But do you remember that game, I Am Bread?
Oh yeah, which
I would
wasn't
say Goat
that
Simulator is the one that kicked that off. That type of like you're a mascot with goofy physics.
Oh, you know what?
I'm thinking of a different game. I think. Casey.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different game. Yeah, there's a game.
You were literally controlling a piece of bread that was all
right.
floppy.
Oh, yeah.
Like
the game I'm thinking of was essentially fraudulent. Like it was released on Steam as a game, but you could literally do like maybe interact with a sprite or a 3D model or something, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But like the novelty of this being considered a game and being out on the store was what was inspiring people to go see it and check it out kind of as a joke. And they were making millions of dollars. So there was like a boom of people just throwing shit at Steam in order to like capitalize on it. So like it's a bad trend, but it's in the vein of like, hey, how can we manipulate this marketplace and essentially shitify it in the future.
Love getting shitified. And yeah, like I
can't remember what game that was.
Yeah, I'm not actually 100% sure what we're going to talk about either. But in terms of I Am Bread, and like you mentioned, Goat Simulator, Nick, and then Octodad, Quap, Ben and Fadi's Getting Up, that kind of paved the way. The split paths of the kind of like anger game, or what do they call them? Scream games, or like frustration-based games. But then that also, got us Chained Together Peak, kind of that arm of what is modern friend slop. But obviously some of that came from, like you said, the more goal-oriented teamwork ones were the Phasmophobia, and that got you, your Lethal Companies and all those kinds of things. So it's kind of it's less a straight line and more of trying to follow a bramble, if you will. Also, guys, big news. Fat Panda Cat gave us a 1,000 joule guitar.
Hey, I love those.
Yeah, I don't want to play. Listen, the only guitar I'm playing is one with 1,000 joules on it. Give me the fanciest guitar. Nordic Knight, thank you so much for the dono. I need a dev to make an idle game that uses my work metrics as progress. If I'm going to be miserable, I want cosmetics. Damn it. See, that is a good thing. That's a good way to think about things. If I'm miserable, but at least I have a nice little costume to go along with it.
Yeah, some shutter shades.
Yeah.
To do this backbreaking labor.
The last indie game I'm gonna throw out as a trendsetter is a very recent one, but Blueprints. I've already seen I think 3 different games that are basically taking what Blueprints did and building their own.
So that was I was gonna say, what is an indie game from like the last few years that you think is going to be that? So you are kind of planting your flag in Blueprints.
Oh yeah, Blueprints is 100% going to be that.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a great answer. Like I don't know if any indie game you know what I want more? Densha likes. I want more Densha likes. I don't know what that means. You're a train?
Tricks.
Maybe train tricks? Yeah. I want a train that does tricks. And then you can do whatever you want with it.
Like weird tricks.
Haste was kind of similar to Dench Attack.
That's true, but Haste didn't have that sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sauceless.
A Haste 2 could absolutely add the sauce, though.
The thing about Haste, which here's going to be my argument, that procedural generation can never be as good as handcrafted bespoke levels.
It's true.
That's
the
probably
Clanker
true.
can't make as good of a level as a level designer, in my opinion. I probably shouldn't call it Clanker. That's probably
Another reason have a soul.
Another recent one would be Signalis. There's a lot of top-down survival horror games coming from indie developers after Signalis, using that kind of aesthetic and retro style. Holston, there's The Crowned. There's a ton of them.
It is funny because Signalis is one of those games. It was kind of the first big one to look like that. But in my opinion, it's like someone was just gonna get there because they're just kind of aping the PS1, PS2 genre of horror. And as we move on, we're seeing more of those, you know, the 2D 8-bit inspired platformers are now 64-bit looking ones that look like they could have been on an N64 or even on the GameCube now. And that kind of thing. Mr. Simmy-son, thank you so much. A 10-pound dono. Marty, we seem to be on the same haircut timeline. I hate the barbers. You hate the barbers. So I hear. Long-time listener, first-time caller, keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mr. Simmy-son. I just don't like going there and then they just ask me boring questions. I wish we could go in there and agree that we're going to talk about interesting stuff or we're going to be silent. And I know that's like...
What? Maybe... What if you led the conversation? Like, are you going in there silent and then your barber like feels awkward and so he starts talking to you about like baseball?
It might be that, because my thing is I don't want. A lot of times I'll get my haircut during the day and I'm like, it's like in between streams. I'm fucking talking for 2 hours a piece on these streams. I don't want to talk to anyone,
yeah.
You know? Yeah. I need to find a mute bartender. That would be my dream.
A mute bartender.
No, not bartender, barber. Also, no, I have that. Well, first off, I like when my bartender talks to me.
Just give me my drink and don't talk.
You know what I need? Barber tender. That's what I need. Barber tender.
Oh shit! Why not?
Yeah.
Wait, are they allowed to do that?
Shit.
I'm sure they probably need a liquor license, right?
Or like just don't tell anyone.
Business. Get a beer while you get a haircut.
I think that there were fancy places in San Francisco that did that, like real hipster.
Yeah,
places
that has to be a
like
thing.
$200 for a cut, but you get like cheap whiskey with it. And it's like,
Pretty sure you could just do that on the street in Vegas.
You can just do that in Vegas.
You can do that on the street in Vegas.
Yeah, you can do anything you want in Vegas. Yeah, it's beautiful. Gary Redux, thank you so much for the $5. Off topic. This is my this week is my D&D party trying to save a noble that they met at the Knobs Gobble Inn. His banner, a red-winged dragon, and his name, Bo Fuddies. The Knobs Gobble Inn.
Both.
You know what that is? That's fellatio.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is beautiful. That is a name dumb enough worthy of going in Jack's notebook of dumb names. So congrats.
Probably already in there.
Probably already in there.
Another very recent game, Megabunk. Vampire Survivors like, but changed the perspective to third person. And there are tons of those now coming. Like Lort is a big one that is coming.
You just can't come in here making up games and being like, oh, Megabunk is big because Bork is coming out.
No, Lort. It's even worse than Lort. L-O-R-T.
I think some of the things you're saying are game changers, Nick, aren't game changers.
Oh?
Yeah, I think some of these games you're being a little too quick to say that they're doing things. Like, I think if you just move the camera here, you're not a game changer. You just move the camera here.
Yeah, like it's still very much Vampire Survivors, right?
Yeah.
Is it doing anything other than
it changes the camera and it added verticality, which the Vampire Survivors didn't have because they're on a 2D plane.
Okay, sure.
What do you think? Sure. What do you think Mort's going to do?
Add digging. You're going to go underground.
Oh, that's the fifth dimension.
Swim
down there. Murray, thank you so much. $2 Canadian. Depending on what you consider indie, Genshin.
I would not consider it
budget wise. It is quadruple A, if anything. But
I do think we mentioned it last week as well.
Yeah. But yeah, Genshin, I think is
Genshin,
I was just making a list of the 10
biggest
biggest games of the past decade. That would absolutely be on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fist Up Inner, thank you so much. $5 dono. Off topic, but Casey, I never catch you live. Just showing some appreciation for your love of newfound glory walking home.
Hey.
I too shared that story. I love NFG.
Nice.
Shout to NFG.
Everybody's favorite non-Christian Christian rock band.
Wait, don't. Oh my God. Are they Christian?
I don't think they are, but if you listen to their music and their song titles and their name even, they kind of just seem like it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like they might be, but they've literally probably never actually said it out loud to anyone.
Yeah.
Here's a recent one for you, Marty, that you will agree with. Dredge.
I don't know if I would. Like, where are all the other Dredge lights? I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just saying
there are a handful. There are a handful.
They're all in development right now.
Oh no! Are you saying if Dredge you're saying is one of the ones that's going to be? Then I think that is a good pick. Possibly.
So how long ago did Dredge come out?
3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Okay,
I think it was 2.5
feels
years
a lot
ago. Yeah.
older than it is.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's recent.
yeah. It feels like
Years
an
is
old
not
guy.
that
There's that game that I keep attacking because I don't think it's real.
Yeah, it's because you don't respect indie devs and you just get mad at them. The two we didn't mention, but were on my list. I'm just gonna bring up Papers, Please, because every fucking game Yahtzee plays is a Papers, Please like now.
Yeah,
It's just every week. One of the
No
games is a
complaints
Papers,
about
Please
it.
like, and none of them are anywhere nearly as big as Papers, Please. But yeah, that just might be kind of the bias of the games Yahtzee chooses. And
Is
then
Overdin a Papers, Please like? I know it's the same guy, but like, is it mechanically close
it is-
enough? No.
No, it is more investigation. Being
Okay,
being an
because I've
actual
never played
detective.
Papers, Please, but God, did I love Return to the
Papers,
Overdin.
Please is mostly being like, it's almost like you know how like Highlights magazine used to have what's the difference between these two
like
pictures?
spot the difference. Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of that, but in like more complicated things. Like here's your rules and here's their information, and you have to see, oh, wait a minute, their stamp is expired or that kind of thing. And then Undertale. You know that one. Granted, Undertale is Earthbound, but it was the first, I guess, with like Yume Nikki and what's the pain, at least the painful and shit like that. But brought that kind of quirky fourth wall breaking, Earthbound like to modern indie games, which you know, there's a shit ton of games. You know,
I don't know. Again, this feels like a game that's kind of remained in a league of its own.
Mm-hmm.
Like there might have been a couple of folks who wanted to do their own, but like you said, like I can't name what they are, and like the ones that do have a little bit more notoriety aren't that big, so it's not like super widespread. So I don't know, like yeah, like and what Undertale did was kind of just a self-aware homage to Earthbound.
Yeah, to the genre.
So
and fourth wall breaking.
yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Like it by itself was a phenomenon. Yes, I don't know that it impacted indie games as a whole very much.
Nick, is this how you felt when I said I didn't believe your choices? Because I'm heartbroken.
Yeah,
I'm heartbroken, and I apologize to you, Nick.
no,
I never would have done that.
I just knew you.
If I knew this is how it felt, I would have never done it. Never.
Well,
done
Eric
it.
brought up another one that I was also going to say and forgot, but Super Meat Boy basically introduced the Splatformer, which
Sure.
I do
Yeah.
think took off in a lot of indie spaces.
And that got us to Celeste, which kind of introduced its platformer with a heart kind of thing.
Yeah, and that might be the pinnacle. I don't know that there's
Yeah.
a better one of those than Celeste in the last several years.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, let me know because I will go play it.
Jack keeps mentioning Factorio as kind of the game that, you know, blew up the factory genre as well.
You can't say blew up the factory.
Why not?
You're going to get put on a list. You can't talk about that. The factory blew up.
But unions are for, right?
That's exactly what unions are for.
That's what Peaky Blinders taught me.
That is exactly. Yeah, there you go. Cool. I feel like are there any last minute ones that you feel like we left off? That we're neglecting?
I've been going through Subnautica. I think Subnautica added kind of story into the survival genre. There's Casey, I think you reviewed one of their earlier ones, Breathe Edge, if you remember that. Maybe that
Breath Edge, I think you're referring to.
Breath Edge.
That was not me.
Maybe that was
I think Yahtzee played that.
Yeah, Yahtzee did, but we did a 2-minute review of it back on Gamementary. That might have been Matt that checked that out when he.
Okay.
Matt at one point actually voiced and did 2-minute reviews for me.
I like his voice. He's got a great voice. He's Australian. All Australians have a great voice.
He's just always sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When we're awake, he's often asleep. That is how that works. Yeah. Let's talk about what we've been playing.
Yes,
Nick, tell us about Halo: Combat Evolved: New. I actually don't know what this game is called. Campaign Evolved.
Yeah, so they could keep the CE clever part because it was Halo CE.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, I just finished up the most iconic level, the Silent Cartographer. I'm really impressed.
Did everybody hate that one?
No, Silent Cartographer is like the level they use to like showcase the game. You're thinking of?
Was that the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of like the library or whatever.
Yeah, you're thinking of the
Yeah,
library.
With all the
playing
flood.
library. Like when
Okay.
the flood
Yeah.
gets.
Yeah,
when the
yeah,
flood gets
that's what I'm
issues.
thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah. This, it's a remake of the first game, so nothing too surprising here. But I would say even compared to Halo Infinite, this just feels so much more like Halo and better to play. If this is what the future of Halo looks like with Unreal Engine, which there's been some scuttlebutt over how people are describing this game. So they're like, oh, it's completely built on Unreal Engine, and everybody was afraid it wasn't going to play or even look like Halo. So they're still using, it's called the Blam engine. They're still using that as like the foundation for the game.
Blam?
And then Unreal Engine is what is rendering everything, is the visuals, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really pleased with it. Like it has so much, Halo Infinite looked okay, but it didn't really have, I don't know, how would I describe it? It didn't have really texture to it. It didn't have any color really. It just kind of copy pasted environments across an open world. This is back to Halo, different visual shades, colors. When you get to like Truth and Reconciliation, the third mission in the campaign, that stuff feels like Halo again and new and has atmosphere and feeling to it. And I would say this is the best Halo's ever felt gameplay wise either. Like I described it earlier today on social media as like kind of feeling like playing Killzone 2 again for the first time, where if you remember, like a big part of Killzone 2 was like the amount of impact everything had when you shot a gun and hit things and move things. Like this reminds me of that experience for the first time, but in Halo, where everything feels weighty again and like it has a real good punch to everything. So sound, gameplay, like grenades, some enemies flying all over the place. It's great.
When you compare something to Killzone 2, my immediate thought is that it's bullshit. Like that, is a negative. I was not expecting you to compare it to Killzone 2 positively.
Yeah, that was wild.
Killzone,
I understand what you're getting at.
Killzone 2 and 3 both have really great gameplay feel to them.
Sure,
Like
that was Guerrilla.
Yeah, like the impact you get. So that I don't know. That's what I feel playing this, like taking it down an elite. Feels like it did when you played Halo 2 for the first time again, where they added in the physics engine and all that. So I really don't have much complaints about this. They tried to add in some additional cutscenes to kind of flesh out the story a little bit more and stuff like that. I don't know. They're using the bones of the original game, so like they're almost like hamstringing themselves by staying so faithful to the original game with it, like the dialogue and all that kind of stuff, because like some of these cutscenes are just kind of weirdly paced. They feel weird being in there. Like there's a lot of moments where like it just like Captain Keyes will just kind of stare off. And it's like, okay, is the scene over?
Yeah, like me trying to think what I'm going to have for dinner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Captain Keyes like me for real.
So yeah, just yeah, I don't know. I'm so curious to see what Halo Studios, they're calling themselves now, do next, because their biggest fault this entire time has been story and all that. Like Halo 4 and 5 both had really cool environments, good gameplay and all that. The gameplay has never been their problem. It has always been down to how do we continue Halo. So that, as cool as this is, I'm like, well, all right, what are you going to do when you do your own thing? And then
This doesn't really solve the problem.
Yeah,
you kind of get a glimpse of that through the bonus mission. So I've only started one and I haven't finished it yet because I just didn't have time today. But interestingly, it's a mission before Halo CE, and you're with Captain Johnson or Sergeant Johnson, and there's actually a lot of like back and forth dialogue between him and Master Chief, like kind of buddy cop, and that's how it is in the books. Actually, they do a lot of banter like that in the books.
And that's added. That was not in the original. That's added.
Yes, these are brand new missions they've crafted specifically for this that are serve as kind of a prequel to CE.
Interesting.
So I'm interested to see if that's their way of testing of like a more talkative Master Chief.
Sure.
That before Cortana and all that, along with Sergeant Johnson.
A world that feels a little more alive.
Mm-hmm. It's
Have
different.
you tried it all in third person?
No, I have no intention of doing that.
Okay.
Halo has always felt weird to me in third person. If you don't have cover in a third person shooter, I don't want to play it.
Don't have cover in a third person.
Well, unless it's like Returnal or something like that. Well, like a lot of different
I got
movement
it.
abilities.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to be able to move.
Ways to not get hit by bullets, whereas in Halo, you're kind of just going to get hit by bullets.
You just jump around, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, John Lee asks, isn't Halo Studios just repackaged 343? Yes, it is. It's just repackaged.
Yeah, it's just renamed. Yeah.
So I'm a little curious about that. What were they trying to pivot away from like a stink, like 343, like wasn't able to get Halo where the company wanted it to get. So rebrand. Now it's Halo Studios. Now here's our new thing. Like,
I think there was a lot of the leadership was gone. So like it's almost like it was like at this point we feel like it's a Ship of Theseus thing. We are a different studio than what 343 was when it started, and since 343's legacy was bad, I think they figured
fresh start.
Let's fresh start, new era. We'll rename,
new engine.
Whether that's yields the same quality or not remains to be seen.
Yeah, there's been some reporting from like a Halo insider YouTuber and Jez Corden that like there's still leadership trouble at the studio, and the only reason this got out was because of outsourcing again. So who the fuck knows? I like, as much as I'm enjoying this, I still have I don't know how much faith I have in like what Halo is next. At this point, I'm just enjoying how this feels and looks so much. I'm like, you know what? If you want to, I was against it before, but if you want to just go ahead and do this for 2, 3 and Reach and ODST, then fucking go for it.
They very well might, Nick. They very well might.
Halo
all
fans,
the companies
Persona
are so
fans,
scared.
Assassin's Creed fans. Everyone's just relishing. Just remake our favorites. Who cares about going forward?
I think like the last big 3 releases, I think, were just full on remakes. Star Fox, Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Halo 1.
You got Zelda coming in the fall.
We gotta make easy money, guys.
Man, it is dire.
If I don't know. if Halo wants to give itself the Resident Evil treatment, I'm not gonna complain too much.
Yeah,
those games did like stuff. Yeah,
and those really changed their core games, especially 2.
Yeah. I mean, this has very much changed the core game of Halo, adding in Brand and
I'm very curious to play it in third person next week.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
We'll play it all in third person.
Don't you dare!
Yeah, I'm gonna be raw dogging that Master Chief.
The chief likes it.
The chief likes it. He wants me to see. He's been working out. Wants me to see them gluteuses.
Master Cheeks. Yeah. The missions that are really gonna tell me if Halo Studios gets it or not is if they fix the back half of the game, because like Casey mentioned, the kind of last set of missions were very rushed for the original game, and if they actually expanded and fixed those and made them interesting, then great, because as much as I love Halo, I've always dreaded going to those missions in Halo CE.
Sure, yeah. Even your favorite game has those moments of like moments that stall the replay kind of thing. Yeah.
So the other game I've been playing, as I mentioned earlier, was Pal World. I put about a dozen hours into it. I've just kind of had the as I'm very stressed about moving, I've kind of had the itch to play some games that just turn my brain off and level things up, I guess is the best way I could put it. I liked the first about 10 hours or so I played of the game. It very much gets the hook in you of this constant progression loop of explore, build your base, explore, capture, battle, hit a boss, get towers, and just kind of keep capturing Pal World or pals, and then coming back and building up your base and keep unlocking. Like the unlock tree for this game is insane. Like there is so much to unlock in it, and nothing makes sense, because you go from like, oh, I'm gonna have a bow and arrow to an AK-47, and like one of the earliest unlocks is you can give your Pal Worlds guns, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? This is so weird.
We're having fun, Nick, is what we're doing.
This game is very much just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. There are so many like references to get, like I have found like Elden Ring like style there's literally like an Elden Ring cathedral where you get a health upgrade, and it's got the towers and all that. I think where the game falters,
they're just
for me,
itching for someone to sue them again. That's their kink.
they are. Where the game falters for me is actually in its open world. It's just not very fun to explore. It looks pretty when you get into it, but then it reminds me a lot of like Pokemon Legends Arceus, except with better visuals of like very barren kind of landscapes with not a lot of points of interest, and pals roaming around to capture and fight and all that. But beyond that, it just kind of loses its sheen rather quickly.
I would say the visuals are higher fidelity. I think the art direction's ugly in this game.
I mean, it looks like Unreal Engine, the game. I mean, it is. There's not a lot going on here. There's not, they've got their different environments. There's plenty of color. It can look pretty at times, but like you get into dungeons and they're kind of copy pasted dungeons of like these really boring cave caverns. I mean, literally, like I said, the best comparison I can give you is Arceus, but with a Unreal Engine sheen to it. Mm-hmm. Is how the game made me feel.
2028, Dokavita comes steal its lunch money, stuff it in a locker.
Yeah. Well, I got a dozen hours out of it, and like I totally understand why people like it. It's not a game I feel like I need to continue. And when I see something like Animo coming out, which interests me a lot more, like I'm more looking forward to something like that. But sticking with the survival games though, I didn't write it on my list, but I started a RuneScape Dragon Wilds last night, which I'm excited for. There's a 1.0 release coming, but like aside from V Rising, I really haven't found a lot of survival games that I've enjoyed. I was shocked at how quickly RuneScape Dragon Wilds hooked me. For one, just got a really nice art style, really pretty game to look at. But so many of these games, like their combat systems, are just not good. It's one of the reasons like I dropped Dune Awakening. Is I do not like that combat in that game at all. But this combat feels really good for a third-person survival game. I was really surprised. Like challenging, everything has impact when you hit it, including building and like chopping down trees and all that. You can even use like these spells to just shoot a spell out and it'll chop a bunch of trees down for you and solve that work for you. But then it also has like the RPG kind of leveling up system that like something like Skyrim has, where just doing things levels up your character, and so you kind of get in that loop of just upgrading, feeling stronger and stronger and stronger as you go. And the exploration is actually really good in it so far. I've found just weird shit in that world that I really like. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue playing until 1.0. I always careful playing these games before 1.0 because they tend to wipe your progress so much, and I know I will never go back and do all that grind again at the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm having a good time with that one.
Nice. Hell yeah. Cool. KC, what have you been playing?
Just the new Doom DLC. I did play Dark Ages. I did get the spear, yes.
Okay.
I did play Dark Ages and fell off of it because of how bland it felt to play. Like I got pretty deep in it too, and like at no point was I like engaged in the same way I was with like Eternal. So I had to put it down for that reason. Revelations, for some reason, they make the choice to start with that, which I don't understand. Like the first mission is kind of reintroducing you to everything that the old game was, and I immediately was like, I don't like this. Like I was getting a real bad taste in my mouth. But then like after that first chapter, and it's hard too. Like I play on a harder difficulty because I'm trying to get that out of it. It was very difficult, especially coming back after a long time to get through that. I was kind of pissed. But then they break your shield, they beat the shit out of the Doomslayer, and then he wakes up and he gets the new tool, and it's literally a different game. Like the buttons that would do certain things with the old weapons do different things with the new weapon. And like I had to like reconfigure myself again to start working with the chain spear thing. But once that settled in, completely different game. Like all of a sudden you're like flying across the map, like you have air dashes, you have like it's so much fun. Like immediately it's so much more fun. And like I only have the base stuff for this. I only just unlocked the ability to throw the spear like at enemies at range or whatever. And like the trees are pretty big. Like so like I'm already excited to like just get more so I can unlock more of the stuff because like just jumping in to fight the enemies and it's a lot of the same enemies. I think there's maybe one or two new ones that pop up at the beginning.
There's going to be more. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be more, but like they introduce you to a lot of the same ones, but they feel different to fight because of what you have on offer. Like they have some of the same attacks, but the way you react to them is different. Like you used to be stuck on the ground, and so like they would launch like gates that would like cover the ground. You have to like weave between them. Now that you can dash, you can. It feels almost like a bullet hell in some of those instances where it didn't before, where it felt like you kind of had to like block and tank and repel everything. Or you can latch on to one of these guys and freaking go straight up over the top. Like it's really freaking versatile. And like I feel like they've also changed the map layouts where it used to have a lot of wide open space in the base game.
Mm-hmm.
Now things have a lot more verticality. So like there's still like space, but you won't have to deal with anything at range because it'll be like super high up or like very low down. But you can get to everything because they have grapple points all over the map and they have enemies that you can latch onto. So you can like fly between like disparate rock formations and whatnot. And the enemies also seem to be a little bit more aggressive. Like if you ever get in their line of sight and then leave to go deal with something else, they'll chase you. Like they'll actually come to you. So you don't have guys who are like trying to snipe you from forever away. Which I feel like happened a lot in the base game. Like they'd be like tanks and turrets or like just enemies super far away while you're dealing with a mob here that are just hitting you with one hit kill shit from like halfway across the map. So like they've simultaneously like just fixed so much of what was bugging me about that base game by just changing the way he controls. So like I'm having
when you get the shield back eventually and you start kind of mix matching them together.
Yeah, because there are things about the shield I like.
Ever felt. Yeah.
Yeah, there are things about the shield I like, but it was the enemy encounters that was bogging everything down because it felt like you were just in a pit, everything's on top of you, and you keep mashing whatever's in your kit to like get them off. Like that's what combat felt like. Now that I can move around, now that I have options, like I feel like everything is opened up. So I also want my shield back so I can Captain America these hosts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm having a great time. I'm going to keep playing that. Hopefully till completion. But like I said, there's a bunch of other stuff I want to get to as well. Like I also want to jump in Power World.
Yeah, I haven't even got to complete it yet. I've started 12 different games.
But other than that, I haven't really been watching anything new. I've been rewatching The Boondocks, but that's more of a cultural thing that I'm watching alongside my son and my wife, honestly, because she's never seen it either.
Is this their first time? Oh, it's your wife's first time. Is it your son's?
Yeah. Yes. It's both their first time watching the Boondocks. The HBO version does not censor anything. And there's a lot of just penis.
Oh, that's surprising. Yeah.
I did a lot of penis in the first season that I did. Like I remember, but only right before it's about to happen. I go, oh, fuck.
Think about it too late.
Yeah, it's like,
in
shit.
for a penis, in for a pound.
This is awkward. But yeah, so we're watching that, but not much to say about it. Show's great. I did see the trailer for the new Avatar series that's coming in October, they said, which is very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be the first to say that shit looks dope. Like that shit looks fucking dope. Like I'm excited for this movie that's dropping soon. But that maintains the art style that Korra had. This new series is doing something a little different. Like it looks almost like I came and talked about this Chinese animated movie that I watched a while ago called Legend of Hay.
Yeah.
It looks like that, which is like this sort of softer, like it's still anime inspired, and Avatar was always anime inspired, but this is like an even softer version of that looks almost like Pokemon a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was kind of jarring. Like at first glance, it doesn't look like the Avatar universe, but it's very much set in that universe. The premise seems to be that, and I'm kind of a little peeved at this as well. It seems like, and I might be reading into it. It seems like what Korra did apparently has ruined the world. Like they're blaming like the events of this new version. Like this is like centuries, it seems like, after the events of Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
Decisions Korra made seem to have fucked up the balance of the world. So like there's no more technology. Like they're basically back to like this sort of more primitive landscape or whatever. And so there's a new avatar, but the avatar cycle is not, been running smoothly or whatever. From what I can tell, like it's of course an Earthbender is next, but it's there might be twins, like there might be two.
Oh, that's an
Earthbenders.
interesting.
I don't know if they
twist.
share the avatarness as twins, or if one is and one isn't because of that.
Yeah.
But like,
they had to switch on and off, like.
Yeah, like they could do whatever they want with
sleep
this.
while the other one wakes back up.
Custody avataring. Yeah.
I don't know. This like just as a premise, like this seems super cool.
Yeah.
So like
to answer John Lee your question, yeah, it's the same creators as it's like the core two dudes created this, who created Korra and
right
Avatar. Yeah.
So I'm very, very excited for this. This a lot of stuff came out of San Diego Comic-Con. I don't care about any of that, but I care about this.
Hey, there's $70 action figures coming for Zelda. No, it's not $70. I think it's $30. That's different than 70.
It's different.
No, it's Tears of the Kingdom action figures. If they were like Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker action figures, I think those
are better.
Those have
them on your shelf. I believe you.
Joke's on you. I'm gonna build a shelf above my camera. You won't be able to see it. Hide my little toys. Anything else, Casey?
No, I think that's all I got.
Did you not get to see the Odyssey, Casey?
No, not yet.
He did not see it yet.
Did not see.
What did you give it a thumbs up, Nick?
Oh yeah, I fucking adored it.
Yeah, nice,
pretty good movie.
Yeah, everybody seemed to like
it. First, like, the chat's gonna murder me, but first movie I've ever gone to see in IMAX because I was cheap and I don't like spending that money.
Yeah, no, it's for special occasions.
Yeah.
Do you have like an IMAX by you, or just like the
No, we have like full on like IMAX.
Yeah, I would have to go into like New York to get one of those. So fuck that noise.
Yeah. I got one right where my old apartment used to be, so that's nice. I mean, beautiful movie. Love the. I wasn't so sure about the casting on it, just because like I don't know. I feel like Christopher Nolan overuses like star tier talent. I would like to see like some new people. But yeah, overall, like the act 3 of that movie like blew me away. Just the monologue scene, everything. Like, my God, movie I will immediately add to my collection.
Oh yeah. And if you want to know more about the Odyssey, watch Darren's.
I don't want to hear it anymore.
Watch Darren's excellent episode of The Backdrop, and watch our 3+ hour talk on it on the Rewind.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, we went a long time.
Can I watch Darren's video without having watched the movie, or should I watch the movie first?
You need to go watch the movie.
I need to watch it. Okay, I figured.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's one of those like everyone knows kind of the major beats of the story, but there are things the movie does that are surprising. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your call. The only thing, my big thing, as I mentioned up top, I've only played about an hour and a half because it just came out this morning, but I've jumped into Splatoon Raiders, which I've always said that I kind of adore the world of Splatoon, but I've never quite gelled with it, mostly because the multiplayer focus just isn't my bag. And Splatoon 3 had a single player mode. It was kind of an add-on, like a not tacked on, but clearly the thing that did not get the same amount of love as the core one. But this is cool. This is a primarily single player game. It has some co-op functionality, but there is no like PvP or anything like that. And so it is like a extended campaign that pulls surprising parts from like Destiny and Borderlands. Like, this is kind of a looter shooter now, where you're going across, there's you have this kind of flotilla with your other characters, and you're slowly building it up, and you're upgrading your gear, your equipment, your main guns, your abilities, your sub guns. You're buying new cosmetics and everything. You go into levels, and they're like bespoke. They're not like a randomly generated level or anything, but they play out in a couple different ways. Some are like actual single player maps that you have to get through. Others are kind of more singular challenges that, again, feel like shrines, which feel like something Nintendo's just been like, I think we could put shrines in all of our games, the equivalent of a Breath of the Wild shrine. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza had the equivalent of Breath of the Wild shrines, and now this kind of does, which I think totally works. Like, here's an optional challenge that might be a little tough or weird. Go have at it. But yeah, the whole thing is in each level, you're just collecting a shit ton of gear, and it's different weird little modifiers for your guns and different guns and stuff to upgrade your guns. And the upgrades do actually have, it's not just one of those, plus 2% damage. Like the stuff it's doing, you could feel a difference. You could feel when it's, 50% extra reach on your ink that you shoot, or move 30% faster when you're swimming under the ink. Like that kind of stuff is like immediately noticeable and makes like choosing what your loadout is going into a level an actual tough choice. Because again, there is kind of like, going back to Hollow Knight, the same thing where it's like, you have 11 inventory slots open, and this really cool thing you got takes 8 full inventory slots. So do you want to spend a bulk of it on that, or do you want to have a bunch of little bonuses? So I'm
Cool.
again, as a fan of someone who's always been kind of a passive fan of Splatoon, I'm glad this has the single player leaning to it, and excited to play more and obviously go into more detail next week when I've had more than an hour in it.
I played.
Yeah, I would like to jump into this too.
Yeah.
Too many games.
Hour or so while I was in the car waiting for the people to get out of my house, and
Yeah,
I was actually kind of impressed with how challenging it gets very quickly.
Yeah,
having to not only balance like the combat, but also making sure that you can move and keep yourself charged. There's more. Casey, you'll like it because you like moving around and shooting things a lot. So this has that.
Yeah, and it's a third-person shooter, but you go cover when you go underground, so there is third-person with cover.
Exactly.
So Nick approves of it. And movement, and there's movement.
Right? How did they solve? They solved all the issues with third-person shooters by making them Squid Kids.
Yeah, that's how it
works,
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
All right, let's go over the last couple super chats. Before we do that, a $25 on Ko-Fi Dono. Thank you so much from Nick, Marty, and Casey's moms. Our boys are so smart and talented. They know the Nintendo's inside and out. They should get a raise. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Join our Patreon, moms.
You can't make our mom join. You're making your dad move for you. You're making your mom join the Patreon. God damn, Nick. Cold-blooded. I don't want my mom like lifting a piece of furniture at home. I'll be like, I'll move that for you. Don't do that. Nick Knoll, thank you so much. A $10 dono. Possible windbreaker topic. Where do you draw the line on ethical AI use for an indie game? Is it acceptable for one guy with an idea who can't draw to use AI art if he can't afford to hire anyone? I don't know.
Controversial take.
Let's hear it.
Uh-oh.
I think it's acceptable to make use. I think you should disclose when you make use, but you should also be subject to people's response to that use. Like if no one wants to fuck with your shit because it's all AI made, then you have to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the whole it's freedom of speech, but also people have the freedom to tell you to fuck off. Like,
right, exactly. Yeah, there are people who
will
will not touch anything with AI art in it. That is known, but there are companies who try to push it anyway, and they try to hide it. Like that's shitty.
One of the things that the market will decide if they want or not. And so far, well, I guess we'll see if Elon Musk creates his Odyssey movie based on historical accuracy.
Sure, that'll go well.
Stupid ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about AI. I don't. I'm very ignorant when it comes to a lot of AI. B, I know I know something like generative AI when it comes to art is something that's gross, and I think I don't want no part of that. But C, there are so many games that when something says, "Oh yeah, we use AI for X, Y, and Z," for me, I just tune it out, and I'm like, okay. Like that's fine. I have 10,000 other games to focus on. So I'm not going to judge you for what you're playing or what you like or whatever. But for me, it's just like an easy filter. Okay. Yeah. So now the 10,000 things I want to play are down to 9,990. Great.
Exactly.
Okay. Slightly easier for my taste.
Yeah. If there are people who are satisfied with slop, then feed them.
Yeah.
I think it's sad, but.
Yeah. Each his own. Sounds the Hedgehog. Thank you so much for $5 dono. Also, Star Fox is not Nintendo's best story. The Legend of Zelda is, at least according to the rabid Zelda fans who demand Tears of the Kingdom receives perfect scores. I'm the biggest goddamn Zelda fan you'll find, and I'll tell you, the story is just fucking mumbo gumbo jumbo in most of those games.
Didn't the like Dynasty Warriors one have a better story?
it just had more story.
Like more story. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like direct story. Like here's a cutscene that's an event, and here's another cutscene that's an event. Yeah.
Let's
Please watch the video. I know that message was a joke, but there are folks who immediately go, "No, it's this thing because I love that thing." It's like, sure, great. I'm only asking questions.
Yeah.
But the reason I give is not based on just the narrative. It's based on how the game weaves in the narrative that they use. And I think that's very impressive. And it's a very Nintendo thing.
People
for a
don't
gameplay story.
watch.
So
They watch the
watch the video.
They watch the title.
Just have it roll in the background at least. Get an ad or two in there while you write your angry comment, Casey.
the amount of dumb comments I had to remove from Darren's Odyssey video.
Yeah, that sounds about right. B. Smalley, thank you so much, a $2 dono. Hearts of Iron 4 has the biggest IRL impact. What's Hearts of Iron 4?
That is a 4X strategy game.
How does this have the biggest real world impact?
I have no idea. Maybe it's taught people how to win World War II for the losers. I don't know.
It's from a Swedish developer. Shout out to the Swedes, by the way. We don't shout the Swedes out enough. Swedish chef, Swedish meatballs, IKEA. There you go.
They all that pop music for us.
Oh my God, is that where Robin's from? Call your girlfriend. Robin, call your girlfriend. You ever hear that song?
No. What
oh my God, Call Your Girlfriend is the fucking greatest song about like you should stop talking to me and go call your girlfriend right now. What a song! Shout out to Robin. I don't even know if she's Swedish, but she's great.
Swedes probably helped her make the song if it's pop. So there you go.
They had to have. Robin is Swedish. Fucking nailed it, Jomo Slomo. Look at that. Still dusty old stacks of my brain still functioning. B. Smalley, thank you so much. Another $5 dono. It has broken the brain. Oh, the Hearts of Iron 4. So following up on that, it has broken the brains of a generation of young men in government. The Trump State Department, for example, is filled with Gen Z fans, and this is very bad. That's not good. Well,
no wonder they thought they could take a run so quickly.
Just after one day, you can be like, "Sure, we're done."
We ran the simulation in our game. It was
accomplished. Yeah,
Gandhi has nukes now. We have to take over India.
Everything's a nightmare. Why is Gandhi so mad? Chef Eric with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Sandwiches for dinner. Just saying. Sandwiches are a great fallback. If I don't know what I want for dinner, I'm probably having a sandwich. Yeah. Shout out to Sandos.
Sandwiches.
S6.
Do you actually prep the deli meat? Like, do you make it hot, or you just cold sandwich?
I toast my bread a lot, but I don't mind if the insides are cold.
Ew.
What do you mean?
Just the bread? Just the bread is warm, but not the meat with it?
Yeah, it's toasted.
What kind of meat are you warming?
Well,
like I think it depends.
I'm just talking about sliced deli meat.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like sliced deli meat.
You can have that cold.
Yeah, but he toasts the bread. It's like going to Subway.
I think that's fine. I think
going to Subway and just toasting the bread, but not toasting the rest of it.
This is all because I said Darkest Dungeon isn't influential, isn't it? Is this what this is? You're still mad at that? I told you I regretted it. I knew how it felt and I didn't like it. Hurt people.
I do cold cuts. The difference is Marty's just heating the bread, not the rest.
It feels extremely normal. I don't know. That's just how I've made sandwiches my entire life. I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to? I don't have like one of those fancy ovens from Quiznos. I don't live in a Quiznos.
If we could be so lucky.
As much as I want to live in a Quizno. S6, thank you so much. A $5 Australian dono. Nick, have you canceled dev heads? If so, how do I overthrow you to get it back? Joking, love you. Not Marty, though. He gets too much love already. God damn it. Fucking
no, dev heads is on hiatus because Tina got a new job. Mikey got a new job. And that's why.
Yeah, they're trying. They're attempting to make it work, but that can be very difficult. So, the floor is open to dev heads whenever dev heads is able to return. Mm-hmm. There you go. Mop Man, thank you so much. A $5 dono. Speculation among the fans is that Cora did something to sacrifice herself to save the world, but the population blamed her for the fallout. God damn.
Oh, it's a metaphor for the audience being a bunch of dickheads.
Finally. Perfect. That's good stuff. Sounds the Hedgehog, another $2 dono. Thank you so much. Fuck that. Marty gets all the love because I said so. This is because I defend Sonic. I'm the only one here. Fucking not. I'm sorry, not the only one here. Eric is obviously the world's number one Sonic defender.
Sonic's number one fan.
Eric is Sonic. I'm his tails. I got 2 buttholes and the thing flaps around like this.
We didn't need to get here. This was
He's got
purely avoidable.
He's got 2 of them.
Flaps.
He's got 2 of them. It's not a butt flap. The tail flaps. He's got 2 butt holes. They're conjoined though. It's like interlinked. Like
if they're conjoined, isn't that just one?
Like a Voight Comp test. And then Jomo Slomo, thank you so much for the Norwegian kroner. By the way, Marty wouldn't be a dog, but a raccoon. Pre-equipped glasses, loves to peer through people's windows, certified pervert, and a lovable scamp.
Certified pervert. Also a hoarder.
Sure. I'm not a hoarder. What?
Look at all the toys you have, and I see that.
What toys are you seeing? This is just shit in an office. I mean, I have hella toys right here if we want to be. I mean, it's not a toy. It's a figurine. It's a bust.
It's a collectible.
The Nintendo big red thing you bought back there.
It's called, first off, it's called the Virtual Boy, and it's over there. It's providing, it provides a beautiful background in my scene, in my mise en scène. I'm sorry, I care about my mise en scène. I thought after becoming a convert of IMAX, you'd start to care about that frame. I used it once, and I'm never going to use it again. It gave me a headache.
You know what I had the time at the Odyssey is because that movie was so good that nobody made a sound during it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, my showing was also silent.
No cheering, no clapping, nobody on their phones. Everybody was tuned into that movie. That's how you know you had a good movie.
No one hooting and hollering when he has to live on that island for 7 years and eat all that lotus flower. But I want it. I would 100% go to the island where I have to eat lotus flower and forget everything for 7 years and get to have sex with Charlize Theron every night, eat tapas. Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah. It's like, don't you just want to stay here and not have any problems? I'm like, yeah.
Like this was a trial?
Yeah. What's going on? Sounds great.
Well, a beautiful woman and not have any taxes to pay, no people to take care of, no kids,
no taxes. Don't gotta care about don't gotta take care of that old dog. And then Chef Eric, a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Nick, do you eat your cold cuts without toasted bread? Chef Eric is coming at you, Nick.
I maybe it's a Midwest thing. I either have a hot sandwich or a cold sandwich. If I'm having a cold sandwich, it's just room temperature bread with cold cut, or it's a hot sandwich, or I put it on a toaster or put it in a panini.
Maybe it's a Midwest thing. Motherfucker, where do I live?
Right.
Apparently not
live in the Midwest.
Weird. You don't even mix your meats. You don't even go to a barbecue place and let your meats touch.
But listen, I've gone to many barbecue places around the greater Madison area, and I've let anyone touch the meats. Anyone.
Can you put my brisket on one plate and my pulled pork on another, and don't let them touch anywhere?
I think this is rude. What if I have a thing? What if it's a thing?
I think that's a reasonable request.
It's not a thing. I don't care if they touch. They can touch all they want. I just want one meat. I'm not a glutton.
You won't mix them. So they can touch. You just won't mix them.
You know what? I'm prepping myself for the end of days when we got to eat like a single squirrel and it's got to last us a month. And you guys are going to be like, oh, only one type of meat. And I'll be like, well, I guess more squirrel for me.
You won't even do that because it's dark and white meat.
I don't like where this is going. And I'm going to end the podcast. That's what I'm doing. I don't like where this is going. I have my hand on the wheel, and I could choose when we end this.
Hold on, I had a question for Nick though. Like when you get a burger, is the bun not like a different temperature than the meat inside it? Like the meat is hot.
Yeah.
The bun is like room temperature at best.
Or like if you're at like a cookout, you have a hot dog, you have like a regular temperature bun and you put a hot dog in it.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing the is a hot dog a sandwich converse. Fuck off.
No, we're talking about temperatures.
We're just talking about temperatures.
Cold bread. Hot meat, cold bread. That's what you scoffed at. I think
burgers
more normal
and hot dogs aren't sandwiches. We're talking just deli meat sandwiches.
A burger is a sandwich.
Oh, I told you we're not doing this.
A burger is 100% a sandwich.
A burger is a sandwich. A hot dog is not a sandwich.
Hot dog, I wouldn't call that a
door wall.
Chef Eric with the $2 dono said, fine, to each their own, you heathen. That's how we're gonna end this show. Fine, to each your own. All of you are heathens.
Toasted buns on a burger's normal.
We're not talking about Quiznos anymore unless we can get those two guys. Fucking get us a sub sponsor. Get us a sub sponsor, and then we can talk about this.
Isn't Quiznos gone?
Can we? Our next funding goal be to buy Quiznos?
The commercial with the rats might have been.
What a crazy move on their part to be like, I think people will want to come to our restaurant when we show these nightmare cartoon rats everywhere.
Crazy taxidermy rats with googly eyes.
Just fucking insane. Truly insane. Chef Eric, thank you so much.
Listeners to be in their cars listening to this conversation, like, what the fuck am I listening to?
I'm trying to end it. The sun's going down, and I'm trying to go for a walk. Chef Eric, thank you so much. A $2 dono. Casey is right. A hot dog is a taco. We're not doing this. I'm not allowing us to go down this street. We're not going down this street. And El Rampo with a $10 dono didn't say anything, and I appreciate that. And this is the end of the podcast, and this is where we talk about what we have that people should know about. Casey, tomorrow you're producing the bingo stream at 10 a.m.
Yep. Jess and Jenna go head-to-head in Stardew Valley, one of the games we brought up today as being revolutionary for the indie scene. Mm-hmm. See if we were full of shit or not. By watching two people tomorrow go head-to-head in it.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. And then you said no. Oh, and obviously this morning you had a video go up, the aforementioned Star Fox video.
Just this morning, Star Fox video essay went up. Check that out if you haven't seen it already. Saturday, New Adventure is Nigh.
Yes.
Episode 5?
6, I believe. Yeah.
Episode 6.
Yeah, the Dwarven City. What's going on with that big old satellite?
The dwarves. We back. So check that out. And no Super Smash Sunday this Sunday. It's my 1-year wedding anniversary this Sunday. So I'm not allowed to do anything that I want.
HWD. Happy wedding day.
Have to be unhappy for a day.
I mean, hanging out with your wife. Yeah, he's probably.
No, I do want to
spend 4 hours with El Cheshire and the boys.
Yeah, you can't make that work in any capacity. Therefore, see you next time.
There you go. Nick, how about yourself?
I will have it unpacked at 10 a.m. tomorrow on a thing that KC brought up earlier today, that there's too many fucking games to play all the time.
There might be too many games. There's
a lot. There's a lot of games.
Yeah.
And then I will have we're rebooting Bite Sized a bit, so I will have that first episode up later next week for 2 games that are coming out.
There you go. Wonderful. Yeah, all my normal stuff. Just definitely check out the videos we had go up. Watch it once you watch the Odyssey. Check out Darren's backdrop. It is an incredible video on it, and the rewind was fine, but the backdrop is what you really want to watch. So there you go.
Can't wait.
Oh, incredible! And we got a bunch of $2 donos. Thank you, everyone. Content Kyle, $2 Canadian. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Content Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. Fungus Finder with a $2 dono. Thank you, Fungus Finder. But walking at night is the best. There's my neighborhood does not have streetlights, and also does not have sidewalks, and so I feel like I'd get hit by cars and die. So
you got to wear one of those reflector vests.
I ain't out here. I'm when I go for a walk, I'm just doing a fit check. I'm not here to look like a goddamn.
If you wear your retro virtual boy. That'll
I do wear my virtual boy while I'm walking. Yeah, you can't run me over when I'm in the red room. Chef Eric, thank you so much, $2 donor. You're not going anywhere, you creepy window man. El Rampo with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. We can literally make the stream go forever. You're all bad people. The sun is going down. And Jagerlux with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Marty, have you watched The Disappearance of Yuki yet? I haven't. And the problem is it's been like a full year since I finished Haruhi. You know what that means? I think I just got to rewatch Haruhi. I really...
That's worth a rewatch.
Really want to. It's so fucking good. Like, the more I think about the Endless 8, it is one of those things. It is either the worst thing anyone has ever done, or legitimately one of like the best pieces of art ever.
It's brave, is what it is.
It's brave. It is truly brave. It is foolish and it is brave. And I appreciate that in my art.
Because you mentioned that your neighborhood has no lights or sidewalks. Now all I'm picturing is you running out your house like the kids in Weapons now.
I do that. Yeah, I have. Yeah. 2:30 in the morning. I ran out of my house and I never came back. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you all so much, everyone who watched live on YouTube, supported us with those super chats. Thank you so much, any member of the Green Gang, and of course all of our wonderful patrons. As a reminder, if you are in the Phoenix tier or the $25 tier, we have rescheduled our Waterworld movie extravaganza for this upcoming Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central. I'll send out notices to everyone, but Wednesday the 29th, 11 a.m. Central, we're doing our Waterworld. And El Rampa, thank you so much for a $2 dono. Thoughts on the Cowboy Bebop movie. Rampa, I'm pretty sure you were in the stream, and I kept just going like, oh, dang, this movie's fucking rules, and this is so pretty, and we used to make things, and this came out the week of 9/11. That was everything I kept saying during that stream.
Damn.
Yeah. Imagine getting out of the theater and then being like, what did I miss the last 2 hours? You're like, what?
Oh, fuck.
What happened? But that's going to do it for us. So for Nick and Casey and Eric, this was Marty. This was Firelink episode number 120. Thank you guys so much. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your... God damn it, Jaegerlux. Not God damn it, Jaegerlux. God damn it, Eric. God damn it, you, Jaegerlux. Thank you. So you're looping the Endless 8 once more. Everyone stop it. We're done. Everyone tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. for Stardew Valley, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Run away.